The third and the final dependent clause type, noun clauses. Noun clauses are dependent clauses that function as a noun in the main clause. Here is an example. In many school boards, trustees and administrators are still debating whether or not a dress code must be enforced. In this sentence, whether or not a dress code must be enforced is a noun clause, and it is functioning as the object of the verb debate. That is, you can easily replace the noun clause with a noun. For instance, you could say, in many school boards, trustees and administrators are still debating dress codes. First point is the punctuation of noun clauses. The good news is that unlike adjective and adverb clauses, which I already discussed, noun clauses do not take any punctuation. The second point is the different types of noun clauses. There are 3 types of noun clauses in English: that clauses, whether or if clauses, and WH and how clauses. That clauses are clauses that begin with that. They can be used as subject or object of a verb. Take a look at this example. That dress codes discriminate against girls and women has been proven time and time again. In this sentence, that dress codes discriminate against girls and women is the subject of has been proven. I could use the same noun clause as the object of the verb. For instance, I can say, many studies clearly show that dress codes discriminate against girls and women. In this sentence, the noun clause that dress codes discriminate against girls and women is the object of the verb show. Please remember that when a that clause is used in object position, you can drop that. But in writing, you're recommended to keep it. The next type of noun clauses is the whether or if clauses. Look at this example. When a suspect is holding a BB gun, it is very difficult for the officer to determine whether the gun is real or not. In this sentence, whether the gun is real or not is a noun clause. You can replace the word whether with if and say, when a suspect is holding a BB gun, it is very difficult for the officer to determine if the gun is real or not. The only time you cannot replace whether with if is when the phrase or not immediately follows whether. See this example. When a suspect is holding a BB gun, it is very difficult for the officer to determine whether or not the gun is real. You cannot replace whether with if unless you move the phrase or not to the end of the sentence or remove it from the sentence altogether. Just like that clauses, you can use whether or if clauses both in subject and object position. Here's a sentence for whether or if clause in the subject position. Whether possession of a small amounts of narcotic drugs should be decriminalized or not is still a subject of controversy for the criminal justice system. In this sentence, whether possession of small amounts of narcotic drugs should be decriminalized or not is the subject of the sentence. The final type of noun clauses is the WH or how clauses. All WH words and the word how can be used to create a noun clause. Therefore, you can use when, where, what, who, whom, whose, and how to make a noun clause. See this example for why. The medical community is still studying why some healthy individuals are more vulnerable to COVID-19 than others. In this example, the noun clause, why some healthy individuals are more vulnerable to COVID-19 than others, is the object of the verb study. Again, just like that clauses and whether or if clauses, WH and how clauses can also be used in the subject position. Why some healthy individuals are more vulnerable to COVID-19 than others is a question that many researchers in the medical community are grappling with. This is the end of Lesson 5. In my next and final lesson on grammatical range and accuracy, I will teach you how to use phrases in your writing correctly. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe to my channel for the most recent video lessons.